Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
Is that everything?
Yep.
The Goo Goo Dolls should be rolling in here in a matter of moments. There's a little crowd out in the parking lot. I think people are anticipating their arrival. Yes.
More proof that we can't take a good picture, no matter what.
This picture that someone handed us when we walked in from the parking lot is still better than any publicity
Yes,
shot.
That's true.
A drunken teenager shot this on a disposable camera from the fifth row at the Acoustic Christmas, and it's still better than any. No makeup, no hair, no stylist. Still better than any professional shot we have, which isn't saying much.
And speaking of professional, I'd forgotten you went out there with a beer.
Oh, yes. I get a nice buzz on early at those shows, Drew. Loosens me up. Otherwise, I can't perform in front of large crowds.
Oh, my God.
I have stage fright. You know that. All right. We're going to get on the phones. Save Ferris is going to be in here tomorrow. Like I said, the Goo Goo Dolls tonight. Let me take care of a little piece of business before we hit the phones. I was talking to Andy Dick earlier today. And
Where? Why?
I called him up.
Yeah.
And
God. Holy Jesus, get me more of this.
He's got to help us do something on the Man Show, and halfway into me trying to tell him he has to help us do something on the Man Show, he told me that I had to help him do something.
Where are the bitches of the century playing?
They're going to play at the Mint on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. That is their new night.
Right.
The Mint on Pico and Crescent Heights. Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Andy and his bitches.
Jesus Christ in heaven! Where has this been? Send me an ounce of this stuff!
And those of you who think that Andy's nothing more than a novelty band are exactly right. But the point
They're
is,
great, though.
They're fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good time. I would go if I was inclined to leave the house. Yvonne?
Yes?
You're 25. What's up?
First, I just want to say that I love your show, and I listen to it every night.
Thank you.
The question I have is, I want to know why men wake up with erections every morning, and when they go to the bathroom, why does it go down, and sometimes it doesn't?
Well, it's basically, part of it is caused by the stretch on the bladder.
Uh-huh.
Okay, a full bladder causes a spinal reflex. It also causes some vascular congestion, and some of the normal cycling phenomenon of sleep contribute to this.
Oh,
so
plus,
several reasons.
And you're dreaming about women,
Sleep
theoretically.
cycle.
That's what I thought.
And
No.
if you sleep, here's a...
If you're dreaming about pirates, you're still going to have it from the spinal reflex.
Well, a good-looking pirates bending over to pick up their swords and whatnot. Sure, of course you're going to get an erection. But Drew, no one has done this test. But what do you think about this theory?
Yeah.
I bet guys who sleep on their stomach get more erections than guys who sleep on their back.
No one has done that study. That's correct.
Because for me, it's a little. There's a pressure thing that's working.
Yeah. It's all pressure and spinal reflexes.
No, but I'm not talking about bladder pressure. I'm talking
I
about
know.
physical
Yeah.
mattress pressure.
I understand.
You lie down. It's sort of like when you had your jeans on in high school and you get an erection and the penis
The wind blows.
Well, what I'm saying is it was sort of a battle of wills between the denim in your pants
Yeah.
and your unit.
Yeah.
You had the feeling if you're walking around with your pants around your ankles, you wouldn't have had half as many erections. Thank you. All right. JD,
Yes,
you're 15.
yes.
What's up?
I'm epileptic, and I have oral sex with my boyfriend. I'm scared that I'll have a seizure. Is there anything that I can do to help calm my nerves?
Why
Wow.
are you so nervous?
You guys, hi, Johnny. You guys came in a very, very good call. Yeah.
Is it sexy?
Yeah, we're gonna put them on hold here. Mike and Johnny from the Goo Goo Dolls have just entered the studio.
How are you guys?
Oh, we're good. How are you?
Good. Always nice to be here.
Always nice to be here and
You guys
have
are
you
getting
here when
awful
we're here.
famous.
Yeah, but we're still humble enough to have a crappy
I was gonna say
studio.
by the time, we're not getting famous. We've just sort of been there for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yes, we're not.
we're just
It's
sitting
not
there.
like we're getting famous, but we're not getting famous.
We're not.
You work all the time.
we're
You're
just
always
sort of
on
radio.
When do you sleep? When do you...
I sleep between 2 a.m. and 9:30 in the morning, and then I leave the house.
12:38 and 6:24.
To be fair, though, Drew starts into his REM cycle about 10:45, and then wakes up for a brief period of time at midnight to drive home, and then goes back to bed. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
All right, Drew, and let me just tell you what call we're in the middle of. JD was 15. He's gay. He's epileptic. He goes down on his boyfriend, and he's scared he's going to have a seizure and bite the guy's schwanz off.
Oh, yeah, we always come at the best times.
So
right.
He's afraid that what?
Well, I think he's scared he's going to have a seizure in the middle of oral sex and leave with a souvenir.
Dead.
Can you guys can you hear
I
okay?
can't hear. No, I can't hear anything. My headphones are completely dead.
Are they plugged in?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Are
they're plugged in.
Plugged
Tried
in.
both of them,
And the
turned on.
knobs there?
I've been in a studio before. I know how to. Oh, there it is. Okay, so
You got it?
Sometimes you got to only plug it in halfway.
Let's see, a couple things to say. One, here, yeah, Westwood too, yes. Drew saw you guys at the Kids' Choice Awards, right?
You're awesome.
Did you see that I flubbed a bunch of words that were not suitable for children?
I couldn't really tell.
Oh,
I was too busy listening to the screaming.
I know it was weird. And then they blew up a bunch of pyrotechnic stuff in front of me, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah, big flames come shooting onto the stage.
They did the same thing for Jennifer Lopez. It worked a little better, though. For her.
Yeah. Well,
They're about
No,
10 seconds late. I'm looking up going, where's the fire?
I thought it was genius you guys were there, really.
It was fun. It was really a lot of fun.
Drew actually came in here that night and he said, what the F were the Goo Goo Dolls doing there terrorizing those poor kids? He did say that. I swear to God, he said that.
Well, that's good.
No, I said of all the bands, the Goo Goo Dolls, there wasn't. I like surprises like that.
Well, at least it wasn't the Limp
backpedaling now,
Bizkit.
Drew.
Yeah.
Well, kids, that.
Yeah.
I don't think we pose a threat to children.
I'm told, hey, Goo Goo Dolls,
I think it's
kids
smart.
love Goo Goo Dolls just in general.
God.
They don't love Limp Biscuits. They don't even know what Limp Biscuits are.
I don't either.
Dizzy Up the Girl, I'm told, has gone triple platinum, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw the Goo Goo Dolls story on, was it Behind the Music or...
Something like that.
What was it? Was it Behind the Music?
yeah.
Very
VH1.
interesting. Turns out Johnny's the only person in show business who has a worse childhood than I have.
No.
No, I
His
don't
was
know.
horrible.
Comparable.
It was comparable. Yes, we can commiserate after the show that we have a doctor here.
Mine was sort of just boring or maybe loathsome, but his was just painful. So no wonder you're such a fine artist.
I don't think this guy can do
It doesn't. Come on.
know.
Oh, of course
I
it
don't
does.
know, you think?
You think if you
I don't know if I believe that tortured artist crap because I generally write a lot when I'm happy.
It applies to comedians.
Every comedian
That's
I know
probably
is
true.
absolutely miserable when they're
There
not
you
on
go.
stage.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And if I'd had a tougher
Wait,
childhood, I'd
do
be
that
funnier.
again. That was a good one. Where is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the Goo Goo Dolls are just here hanging. We're going to. They're done touring. New CDs not coming out for a little while. We'll
long time.
We'll hear a new single though that's going to to be released Broadway, right?
The Broadway, yeah.
Right.
That's a good one.
And we'll hear that in just a few minutes, and we'll get back to JD,
Yeah,
who's
the-
still gay.
The oral sex epileptic.
Still epileptic. Hey, JD?
Yeah.
How often do you have seizures?
Like, it's not too frequently. It's usually when I'm, like, real nervous or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
if you're so nervous to do this thing, maybe you're not ready to do it. It's something that you should feel comfortable and good about.
Are you having oral sex with your boyfriend?
I've only done it, like, once or twice.
But it makes you nervous, right?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 16.
Oh boy. And is he frightened? Because that's like playing Russian roulette. The epileptic kid's giving you a BJ, and you never know when he's going to go off.
Yeah, he's...
And when you go off, you bite, right? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God.
These sound effects are
That is
amazing.
Yeah.
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 What medicines you on?
Dilatant.
I'm sorry?
Dilatant?
Dilantin?
Yeah.
Have you had your levels checked lately?
Nah.
All right. Why don't you before you engage in anything, make sure your levels are therapeutic. And I would say you just cool out until you're comfortable doing these things.
Do you
not
feel one
nervous
of these
stuff.
seizures coming on?
Some people do. Sometimes.
Do you, JD?
Nah, not really. I just split-second things.
So,
It just hits, huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
So there's no warning when something like that happens?
well, there's something called an aura that most people get. It's sort of they feel something coming and then boom.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, JD?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, take it slow.
All right.
All right. File your teeth down or something, okay? All right.
Or you could just have them taken out.
Yeah, well,
You know?
I would put like, boxer's mouthpiece top and bottom or something. I don't know. There's something, There's something just so wrong about the kid with the epilepsy going down on his teenage boyfriend. It just conjures up bad imagery. It really does. I'm going to have difficulty masturbating tonight is what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Josh? Difficulty meaning 4 to 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yes.
You're 19. What's up?
I'm kind of balding in the pubic area. All my hair's falling out, and I don't know why.
In patches or diffusely?
Just not really in patches. It's just kind of all.
Is there anything?
Can you do a nut comb over? That's what I do. I just grow out the nut and comb that right over the top.
Yeah.
It's kind of turned into a rash type thing.
All right, well, that's why you're losing the hair. A rash will cause you to lose hair, especially if you're itching, scratching, rather.
It hurts really
Yeah.
badly, you know?
Okay. Why? What about seeing a dermatologist?
A dermatologist?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if this was a STD or...
Well, do you want to try to describe the rash to me?
It's just kind of red and bumpy.
No, whatever it is, you need to see somebody, though, right?
Red and bumpy doesn't help me very much, Josh. And it itches. And the itching, it's probably the scratching that's causing the hair to drop out more than anything else. But the inflammation can do it, too.
Well, I try not to itch it because in public that's really not...
Yeah, it's probably a fungus. It may or may not be an STD. You got to have somebody look at it.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know if it was very serious or...
Well, it's a
What color's your hair, Josh?
Brown.
Brown. All right. You can't just do a little magic marker or something down there to kind of,
the spray paint stuff.
Weave it in, that top coverage stuff. You comb the hair away from the bald spot. You spray the dark top coverage in, and then you comb the hair back over it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, anything on the skin can make this rash worse. You might try some Cortate or something like that in the meantime, but you need to see a doctor, all right?
Okay.
All right, Josh. Good luck with the hair. You know what I love about that commercial, the top coverage, or I don't know what they're calling it now, but they used to call it top coverage when I was a kid. They'd show the guy
shoe polish.
You'd comb it away from the bald spot. You'd paint your bald spot, and then you'd comb the hair back over it. And they'd always go, "Won't come off on upholstery." Oh.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that'd be a bitch.
So you just have a stained head, but you're supposed to not be able to tell that there's no hair. That there's just this big black spot.
Isn't that
It
scary?
looks natural.
What's sold to people?
Yeah.
And what they'll buy, better yet.
Yeah, and you know what's scary most about people is the human eye is so amazing. I mean, we can spot a guy who's plucked his eyebrows or sprayed a little top coverage on, or who's had hair transplants.
I always spot the hair transplant.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how... it's like the human eye isn't that great, but when it comes to alterations, and especially to males, we can spot a guy on the other side of the street at night.
What about the
who's had
wigs,
hair
though?
plugs? Tubes are easy to spot.
The hair plugs. No, the hair plugs. You gotta tell me. Well, how come they can't make it look like it's real in the front?
I think
Some
they
of the
can
guys,
now.
They can. But,
Can they?
But it's very expensive and time consuming.
Because you always see these guys that have this like really straight, especially in California.
Right.
In Buffalo, everybody just gets fat and bald and don't care.
Right.
But everybody out here is like,
It's my plan. If I ever start packing on the weight and the hair starts falling out, I'm moving to Buffalo.
Rochester. Sam.
That's right. Sam? Sam.
Yes.
You're 16. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Hey, Goo Goo Dolls, first of all, you guys are great.
Thanks.
All right, is that it?
Thanks. Talk to you later. No, what?
Mike?
Sam?
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I have a really small girlfriend, and she's 13, I'm 16, and I'm wondering if I have sex with her, if I could physically hurt her.
At 13, you can certainly scar her in many ways.
That's right.
No, just like...
Hey, worry about more the long-term scar of her not being ready for this, and you...
Oh, she's ready for it. She's
No.
I've
She's not. Guarantee it.
What grade is she in?
She's in 8th grade.
Ooh.
8th grade. And you're, in the 11th grade?
No, I'm a junior.
Yeah. That's a little...
Why are you going out with an 8th grader?
It's a big 3 years there.
That's a bigger chasm than, say, she was 21 and you were 24.
He's just a dick.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Drew. Sam?
Yeah.
And why don't you just let her be an 8th grader and leave her alone a little bit? You know what I mean?
If you're so concerned about hurting her,
She's like a freak, man.
well, then letting her act that out is not going to help her.
But if I do have sex with her, can I, hurt her down there? She's like a size 0.
If you do have sex with her, you're just going to screw her mind up, because I don't think anybody who's 13 is ready to have sex.
No.
All right, Sam.
All right, then.
I know you're worried about tearing her vulva, but that's not the real problem. That'll heal whatever physical damage you do to her. Emotionally, she's going to be screwed up for a while.
All right.
I know you're not so worried about that, but it does play. It will come into play at a certain point in life. All right, Sam.
Okay.
All right, leave her alone.
Oh.
You stick with the.
Stick with the juniors.
Yes, get a
Right.
sophomore.
Maybe the sophomores.
Get a
right.
sophomore.
All right.
All right, Sam.
Yeah.
I got the feeling maybe he can't get one, but.
I can get one.
All right, well then get
Cool,
one.
then
Wise
do it.
ass. All right, I give you 24 hours. Renee,
Yeah?
you're 21.
Godspeed.
Yeah. I have a question. I'm on Coumadin for a blood clot in my leg,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm wondering if that affects my ability to achieve an orgasm.
It shouldn't. What? How did you end up with a blood clot? What's going on?
Well, after I had my baby,
Okay.
they found a blood clot
All right.
about 10 inches in my leg.
All right. So you're gonna be on Coumadin in about 6 months?
Yeah.
All right.
What does that do?
I've
Thin your
been on-
blood out?
Yeah, it prevents vitamin K absorption.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It prevents certain absorption of certain vitamins, so the clotting factors can't be formed normally, and it
Okay.
causes a thinning of the blood.
But that doesn't slow down the orgasm?
No, it shouldn't really have any effect at all on it. But are you on any other medications?
No, I'm nothing else at all.
You having trouble with the orgasm?
Yes.
How long ago was the delivery? The
I'm
baby?
sorry, what?
The baby was delivered.
Yeah.
How long ago?
December 27th. So I've been on Coumadin about 3 months.
Yeah, I wonder if it has more to do with... You didn't have a pulmonary embolus or any complications from the clot?
No.
I just wonder if it's more to do with the hormonal changes of having had a baby.
Where's your old man?
Right now, he's at work.
All right. You guys married?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, and how's he doing with this?
He's getting disappointed with
Yeah.
himself.
Oh, with himself?
Yeah.
Why with himself?
Because he thinks it's his fault.
He does. But you tell him he's not, right? It's
Right.
not his fault.
Because I can't even have an orgasm by myself.
Do you guys still have sex?
Yeah.
Anything else going on with the stress of the child or anything? Maybe
Well-
depression?
My next guess is that it could be just with a new baby and all.
The stress and all the depression. Maybe some mood problem, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you hump with the kid in the room?
No.
Are you lactating still?
I don't know.
Are
Seems
you
like it
still
might work.
Are you breastfeeding?
Yes.
Sometimes that can suppress stuff,
Oh.
the breastfeeding. And/or are you having normal periods?
No, none at all.
Oh, come on. You got to talk to your gynecologist. Your hormones are out of whack here.
Why?
Do you think there's something they could give?
Yeah, it's real common for women after they deliver to have rather substantial drop off in their sex drive and their ability to have orgasm, be aroused and whatnot. And if you're breastfeeding, they can get even worse.
Drew, when should you get the kid out of the room if you're going to hump with the kid in the room? You know what I mean?
No.
I mean,
How old can the kid?
Yeah.
Before you hump.
well, no, I mean the kid. Let's say the kid's 3 weeks old. You can hump away with the kid in the room, right? You don't want to leave him in the next room. Kid's suffocating or something in the next room. You're getting a BJ, watching TV.
No, you can't do
What kind of parenting is that?
You should right away have...
You put the kid in the room, right?
No.
No?
No.
You think they'll pick something up?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you think they'll get? Like, they get blinded by a spray of semen or something? Are you talking about that, or are you talking about emotional stuff?
Emotional stuff.
Really?
I mean, it's not, oh my God, but it's better keep them out.
Yeah, but you figure at a couple of weeks, it's no big deal, right?
You better keep them out.
Yeah, you think so?
What about when you
Two-week-old
two-week-old
baby
baby and
and
stick it in the other room?
What's that?
But how do you take a 2-week-old baby and put it
Yeah,
in
that's
the other
what I'm
room? What
saying.
if he's out there for hours?
Drew's
you know?
really
Oh,
uptight.
yeah, don't do it.
Drew, have you showed your sons your penis yet?
I've now put it on quarantine.
What's that mean? Your penis?
Yeah, put it away.
Okay, I got this plan. That's a horrible idea, Drew.
No, under yours direction.
First, you show them the penis.
That was when they were littler.
Okay, here's what I said to Drew. Drew's got a couple of boys and a young girl, all triplets, all 7 years old?
Yeah.
Every guy at one point growing up catches a glimpse of his dad's Johnson.
Yeah.
When he's like 4, 5, 6, and then never sees it again. But then, for his entire life, he says his dad has the biggest dick he's ever seen in his life because, hey, when you're 6,
I know.
you're ready to hang on to it like you're in the subway, right? I mean, the thing's it's massive. You look down at yours, you look up at your dad's. The thing's about it's right in your eyesight, right eye level, about nose level. And then, so what I tell Drew is chub up a little bit, make sure the lighting is just right. Don't terrorize the kid. Don't kick open the bedroom door or anything, but do something where you're walking through the house, the kids see it, and, step on the towel, some sort of clumsy maneuver, have it fall off, let them get a good look, and then put the towel back on, and for the rest of their lives, their
Is there a
friends.
dominance thing? Like
Yeah, well,
establishing
it's
your
going to be one of
dominance?
these things. Like their friends come over in high school and stuff, and the buddies, and you go, "How you doing, kids?" And they go, "Oh, good." And then you walk out, and they're all elbowing each other. Yeah,
Right, of course.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah.
bad plan.
Yeah,
Pretty good plan.
Yeah, how could that be bad? Your kid thinks you have a huge penis for the rest of your life, and they never see it again. But Drew, the window I figure is from about 4 to about 8,
6.
4 to
Yes.
6.
Yeah, then you
7 or 8.
Then
yeah.
you put me on strict isolation.
Okay,
You're
but
not allowed to see it anymore.
did you show it to him?
Of course.
All right, now
Shut down.
shut down. Okay,
Good.
good.
Your careful
Okay.
supervision.
All
Your
right.
watchful eye.
All right, I just want to make sure because, like I said, the window's only open for a couple of years
Before they have any
But
idea of
you-
anything, right?
You have to be very careful not to let them see it again, right?
Right.
It ruins the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Can I just? I wanted to go back to something.
Yeah.
The girl called about medication, why she couldn't have an orgasm.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of medications that can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a lot of
the serotonin,
antidepressants.
yeah, the serotonin
stuff.
reuptake inhibitors just typically do that.
Yeah.
And they will cause suppression of orgasm function and decrease libido and can shut you down completely. So it's the Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft, Celexa, all of them.
Which is the worst?
It affects different people different ways,
different
right?
people.
But what
Probably the
typically
one.
would be the worst?
Probably the one.
Because guys love that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
All
yeah.
kinds of guys on
Well,
Zoloft.
Yeah, Zoloft and Prozac are probably the worst.
Yeah, because
but
you get the porn star side effects.
but
Right.
that it actually is a treatment for delayed ejaculation.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I can
mean,
do-
for premature
I can
ejaculation.
achieve the same effect from just a simple aspirin, but I have to ram it up my urethra. I mean, it's not an emotional thing. It physically blocks the sperm from
Yeah.
coming out.
That's
Quite
good.
He has a real novelty maneuver too.
Well, what
when it
about
comes out.
what about
That's
can women
why I don't
take
like
Viagra?
a kid in the room.
Because I've heard we were on these
Yeah,
these
women
girls
can.
were on tour with us and we were in El Paso and they went over to Juarez and like stocked up on the Viagra and brought it over
And
with them.
did you try any of it?
I didn't take any of it, but they said that they were gonna take a bunch of Viagra and
A bunch?
of Viagra and eat some ecstasy and
Oh
then
my
go out
God.
and get laid.
Oh my God!
And I was like, have fun.
Were these the Dixie chicks?
Yes, it was. It was. No, it was.
I mean, that can. God knows what kind of damaging effect that could be.
But
I mean, that really could.
But
really
Drew,
damage.
Viagra does work on women to some degree, right?
in ways that are not well understood.
But here's the thing also about women is their mind is so connected to the vagina emotionally that if you took a vitamin C, painted it blue, and handed it to a chick and said, "This is Viagra, this is going to make you hot and horny," and she popped it in her mouth, 75% of women would say, "Yeah, I could feel the difference." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, really, what makes women appreciate or understand more what men go through is giving them testosterone. Then they're like, "Oh my God, this is what you guys deal with? I can't believe it."
You could actually give.
Well, you shouldn't, but women that do need it for various reasons, like women that are having transsexual kinds of.
No, those are
trans-
women. Those are men. Those are screwed up men. Don't validate them by actually calling
Well, I heard
them
when you
women.
get a sex change though, you can't have an orgasm anymore. When they take the penis and
Well,
get rid of
It's
it.
be more difficult, I would think.
Yeah, you cannot do it. I don't know. You get a new vagina, but it's just sort of for looks. It doesn't really work. It's nuts. Nicole,
Hi. Just wanted to say hi to
you know what your vagina is? Hold on a second. It's like you ever go to IKEA and you go to the workstation where they're selling like the computer desk and stuff, and there's a styrofoam computer on there and like a paper mache fax machine. That's what the transsexual vagina is. It looks pretty good when you're walking by, like at IKEA, but if you go shake it a little bit, you realize it's hollow.
You try to log on.
It's a cleverly disguised version. Right?
Hey, Nicole.
Adam, you are one sick freak, and I love
Thank you. You want to say hi to the Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, my friends and I love you guys. You are so awesome. I never thought anybody could have so much talent and make so many different sounds. So I'm like, I was listening to your Dizzy Up the Girl CD today, and it's like amazing that all these songs are the same group.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Triple platinum.
Yeah, all my friends love the CD. It's great. But we were kind of having a miniature fight over what Black Balloon was about, and I was wondering if you could clear that up for us. We all had different opinions.
That song is about a friend of ours who got really screwed up on drugs, and
Wow, none of us even saw that one. We were all thinking like death and stuff like that.
well,
That's the Black Balloon.
yeah, I mean, it was just sort of, I guess it was, I don't know what you'd call it, a metaphor for.
Well, heroin balloons you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just
exactly.
a metaphor for what that does to people. Black is an appropriate color.
I mean, it was just, it was really sad to see the whole thing happen, you know, and I was more concerned. Not even. I was concerned about what was going on with that person, but the rippling effect that it caused
in other people's lives.
Everybody around the person was affected by it.
Did the person die? Did they
No.
OD?
No, she actually got clean and finished school and is a registered nurse and is a drug counselor too.
Hey, Nicole. Thanks for the question. We got to take a break. We're running late, all right?
All right. Love you guys.
Thanks.
See ya.
Loving you. All right. The Goo Goo Dolls are here. We're going to hear something. Actually, we'll hear their new single when we come back. And more you, more Drew, more them after this.
To Loveline on Q101.
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Say Ferris will be in here tomorrow night, and Larry Flint is going to be in here
Sunday.
And then Everclear is going to be in here next week, and Robbie Gordon, I'm guessing the race car driver, is going to be in here. Johnny and Mike are both here from the Goo Goo Dolls tonight. We will hear something, not off of Dizzy Up the Girl, but a new single, right?
It's on.
Oh, it is?
Girl. Yeah, it's
Jesus Christ, you're still releasing singles off of this?
Mining this. We're trying to buy time so we can write another record.
Wow.
Just milking it.
I thought I didn't even know I thought Broadway was just a single that you guys were going to release. That does anyone ever do that, or do I just think people do that?
I think that's happening more now because all the boy bands. I think
like you got it. Let's say you got an album like Dizzy Up the Girl's been out for a little while,
2.5 years,
and you're not coming out with another one for a little bit. So it's like in between, you throw them a bone or something. That's what I thought was going on.
We were thinking about doing something like an EP or something like that, but
When did this come out?
It's just kind of it's weird to try and write like that.
Well, and also if you come
126 weeks ago it came out.
It wasn't that long ago. Somebody said that, and that's wrong.
126.
Came out in September of '98.
Whatever.
All right.
Hasn't even been 2 years.
The point is triple platinum, everyone, and going for whatever the name is for Forple platinum.
Forple.
Going for Forple.
What do you get? When is it? What's the next one? I mean,
quadruple.
No, I know it goes to quadruple, but eventually, doesn't it get to something? I mean, when you sell
another
10,
level.
If it is a 10 million, it's called Diamond.
You're going back
to Diamond.
You're going back
to
diamond. Your bra size analogies.
Right. There's not double D platinum or something like that.
Nice rack.
Are we singing this song now? No.
All right. You want to talk to somebody? You want to hear
sure.
the song? All right. We'll talk so, and then we'll hear Broadway, and then we'll get back to the phones. Michelle.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi. Actually, some friends of mine and I were talking, and I had a quick question for you. Actually, it's probably more for Dr. Drew, but we had heard that the Western blot can tell you if you have the antibodies for the herpes virus.
Yeah, but it's a very poor test.
Okay.
I mean, everybody has it. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Everybody has that?
Yeah.
So if you know that you already have oral herpes, it can't tell you if you have genital or not.
That's correct. But there is one out now that can.
Oh, really?
It's not a Western blot, yeah.
Well, what is it?
It's a HSV2. It's called a Protect or something.
Where do you get it?
The doctor should be able to order for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Can't we, Drew, I've said this many times, can't we train dogs to sniff out things like this? I mean, seriously, people think I'm a maniac, but a dog
can
sniff a joint that has been rolled in coffee grounds and welded into the fender of a truck as it's coming over the border.
Right.
A dog can sniff out minute traces of gunpowder and explosives at the airport that's been, in packing crates. They can teach these dogs to sniff anything, and it's not the substance. I mean, they can teach them anything. It's real easy, and they do it with just dogs from the pound. It's diabolically simple. You know what they do? They find really enthusiastic dogs at the pound, and they take a rolled up towel with like rubber bands around it, like a washcloth type towel, and they get the dog hooked on this towel, and then they start hiding this towel in where the coke is, where the pot is, where the explosives are, and the dog thinks it's looking for its rolled up towel. It doesn't think it's looking for weed or whatever. It just associates that smell for its towel. And then it goes to the airport, and when it does find the coke, they immediately toss it the towel so they don't get
Don't
suspicious.
break it, yeah.
One day
That's
I'm gonna,
pretty cool.
I'm going to tell these dogs they're shills for the man. They're not actually looking for their towel, but they're busting hippies and heroin mules that are coming in from across the border. But the point is these dogs can sniff anything.
Right.
And everything has a scent, like, a vaginal disease or herpes or whatever. Everything's got its own funk to it. And you say that they cannot see these things, Drew, that they can't make a diagnosis, but the dog could sniff it out. Why can't we use this? A lot of women, I've been planning this for years. A lot of women, they don't want to go to the gynecologist. They want to take their panties off and get up in the stirrups and have some crazy-looking Asian guy go halfway up them with his right arm. But the dog could just give them a sniff in the waiting room and tell them whether they had some funk down there, some problem down there. They can even smell cancer. They're training these dogs now to smell skin cancer.
They can do that?
Yeah, they can. They can
train a dog to smell cancer.
Yeah, because everything's got its own smell. But the thing that's always funny is people say, well, dogs, their sense of smell is like 3,000 times greater than human beings. Why they bury their nose in the S, right in the crap? I mean,
and they just dig it. I know it's
dig it. And
no,
the thing
they come
that's
all the way to the other side. It's like rainbows and wonderful things that they see we can't smell.
maybe that's it, because I'm, being 8 feet away from some fresh Duke at the park is enough to make me want to sit down.
They've got to go all the way to the side.
3,000 times greater, or 1,500 times, whatever it is, and their face is buried in the other dog's ass. Buried.
I think there's a lot of information going on there that we don't know about.
Yeah,
that's how they size each other up.
I think how it's experienced by them. That's luscious, wonderful.
Yeah,
but I think that's how they determine whether they like each other or not.
I know, but still,
they give the butt a sniff and then they decide if they're going to be friends.
That much greater with the scent, and you got to bury your nose in the other dog's ass. You couldn't be 4 or 5 feet away. Do you know what I mean?
That's a bit confusing. I mean, what are they going to find from that much closer that they couldn't find from 10 feet away?
Especially with that sort, it'd be like you taking a telescoping lens and then pressing it right up against a chick's boob so you could actually see microorganisms on the breast and stuff. Like, too much. Stand back and enjoy. That's what I say to the dogs. All right, Goo Goo Dolls are here. We're going to hear something else from off of Dizzy Up the Girl, Triple Platinum. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. And, by the way, the Man Show is on right now. I just realized. 10:30, Comedy Central. We will listen to this new single, and it is called Broadway.
I love that when the applause comes in. These sound effects. When did you guys start doing that?
Oh, Engineer Anderson.
Is that a recent addition to the show, the sound effects?
Yeah, well, they've always been floating around, but Anderson is really breathed new life.
You're really concentrating it.
Yeah, I don't even have to talk anymore, really. Most of this is just, I have different words on different carts, and he'll put together a sentence for me while I'm taking a leak.
What's your best one, though?
And then bang me in the ass. All right.
What's the best sound effect?
David Allen Greer vomiting.
Yeah, do you have that? David Allen Greer.
Wow.
Just instant, too. As soon as you name it,
that's amazing.
Comes out with it.
Yeah, that is a strong effect. All right, let's see if we can swing into one quick call before we go to break. Puck?
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yes.
You make your girlfriend masturbate over the phone?
Well, no, they don't even have to be girlfriends. They can be, close friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm a virgin, right?
Right.
And I can use that to get me off, just hearing them masturbate over the phone.
Right.
I just got back from D.C. and I met a friend of my cousin's over the phone, and already I'm trying to get this chick to debate, and I'm only noticing it's Saturday or Sunday.
Fantastic. You make a wonderful father and husband one day.
On one hand, he makes it sound like, I understand this. They all seem to gravitate in this direction, and we just hear about the new contact, and he's forcing her into it, working her.
No, I don't, well, I don't know. You could maybe say that. And, I've gotten 3 girls to do it. And
how do you do it? Give me some technique real quick. Go ahead.
All I do is ask them to do it, and I can use
you don't just go start masturbating. You do.
No, I use the voice to do it. I'll talk them into it.
Yeah, go ahead. Try talk me into it. Because by the way,
yeah, talk us into it.
I'm easy.
Bust down.
I usually masturbate about this time anyway. But if you want to kind of get me going,
I'm going to talk a guy into masturbating. It only works with chicks. I mean.
Well, there's a girl in here, so talk to her.
That's right. I have a girl in my pants.
Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Now he's pissed.
Buck, are you 15 years old?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, my God. Listen, drop out of school right now. You're officially a man. You're wasting your time in school. Get a job down in the docks. Get a nice pea coat. Put a night watchman's cap on. Start smoking unfiltered cigarettes and hang around.
I've done that, actually. I've smoked a couple of unfiltered.
All right. Listen, Puck, don't grow up so fast, would you? Relax. You're 15. You're 15. Slow down.
But it's like that can get. I mean, like.
All right, shut up. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That was one of those, once in a while we get a call to the show, which is, here's my problem. My penis is so big I can't ride a bicycle. What do I do? And it's like...
Those are bad.
That's just, I'm 15. I can get chicks to masturbate. I don't know what the question was, but...
Well, explain this one to me. I knew a guy, this was actually pretty recently, got a phone call in the middle of the night. It turned out it was a wrong number. This woman called. He somehow kept her on the phone for about 20 minutes. And a couple days later, a package showed up with nude pictures of her and everything. Now, how did the guy accomplish that one?
Wow.
That's a fluke.
Yeah.
Although
how does that happen?
I got a phone call that was a wrong number, and this woman started talking to me on the phone and saying, well, I'm coming down to Los Angeles.
People are looking for a contact.
Yeah.
I guess so,
I'm coming down to Los Angeles with a friend of mine. It was this guy's phone number, and then she started talking to me, and then she's like, I had to change my number.
Anyone who calls you at 3:30 in the morning's drunk, though, and so so if you're game, they're loaded, and you can work your magic.
When she mailed the package, though, you assume it was the next day, and maybe she'd sobered up a little bit.
Well, that's true, too, but she could have been like on a 2-day bender or something.
Yeah.
She's just nuts.
We're going to take a quick break. Goo Goo Dolls are here. We'll come back, talk to more screwed up teenagers after this. Yeah, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Mike and Johnny are both here from the Goo Goo Dolls.
That's us.
I do want to dizzy up the girls. The name of the CD, Man Show's on right now, and I do want to give another quick plug for Andy Dick because I told him I would today because he's helped me out with something. Him and the Bitches of the Century. You guys got some competition. Andy's put a band together. It's going to be at the Mint. It's Pico and Crescent Heights. Sunday nights, 8 o'clock. And
what's he doing for you?
Yeah, we're just giving him to do a walk-on on Unfortunate Name segment we're working on.
Leave at this point.
Dana?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. I was wondering about a question. I have a tattoo.
Uh-huh.
And it's on my breast, and I was very dumb when I got it. But I want to get it removed.
Right.
Now, I want to know what are the chances that I actually could get cancer from actually getting the tattoo?
Have you ever heard of that causing cancer?
Very rare.
You've heard of it causing cancer?
Yeah.
Getting a tattoo or getting it taken off?
Both.
No.
So I'm kind of, but I want to.
Where have you heard that?
Where have you heard someone got cancer from a tattoo?
Think of all the tattoos there are and think how common breast cancer is. And there'll be a headline.
My mom works at a hospital.
Your mom does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she just told you that because she wants you to get rid of the comedy and tragedy mask you had put on your right boob.
I was the one who mentioned that I want to get it removed.
I see. And what is it of?
It's a butterfly.
Nice. And that's all class, by the way. And how much on the boob is it?
It's just on the very top. It's just in that area.
I see. And why do you want to get it removed now?
Just because now I'm wearing more business-type clothes, and if I have to wear something a little...
Plunging necklines and stuff
right,
like that.
Something a little lower, and it shows it's
That's
not
business?
very business-like at all.
Yeah, but how business is it to be parading your rack around the office?
No.
Well, I know, but it's strange that you're worried about wearing business attire and showing off your boobs at the same time, isn't it?
Well, I'm very sensitive about my chest area, so...
Okay, why? Are they big?
No, they're not
all right,
that big.
we gotta go. Drew, they can have it removed with a laser now, right?
No problem.
Can I tell you about that? I did that. I because I had a really bad tattoo, so I was like
on the boob.
Yeah, right on my boob, and no, I was on my leg, and I wanted to get it taken off. So I went to the dermatologist, and they had the laser thing, and it felt like I was being started on fire and electrocuted at the same time. Exactly. That's exactly what it was like. And I told him to stop about that fast. And it was way worse getting it taken off than it was
really
put on. So I just had it covered up, yeah.
Well, how'd you have it
With
covered up?
something else. I had it covered up with this.
They had it turned into something?
Now this is a tattoo.
You know, they now have, did you try Emla cream?
See
or?
that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big question mark. Wait, there's a guy underneath it holding it up.
Kind of holding it up.
And before the guy was holding up an exclamation point, but now, no. What was it? What was it originally?
Snake.
No, it was just really badly done kanji.
You did it in prison?
I did it when I was in the pokey.
And no, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
But it was too painful to have removed, huh?
It was unbelievably painful.
What about?
I got food in my mouth.
What about Emla cream or lidocaine ointments? I mean,
no, he gave me some stuff to numb it out, and it didn't do anything. But Cher had all her tattoos removed. I asked her about that once.
Yeah, it's usually pretty easy to do, and they can numb it up.
The thing that he did, you ever see those like stampers that with the little thing that spins around and says the date on it or something like that?
Yeah.
That's what this thing looked like. And man, did it hurt. Just
Maybe
burning hair up and just
tried to suck the ink out of
it
your
was
leg.
horrible.
Was this a buffalo tattoo?
No, it was actually done here. I was like,
was it a buffalo laser?
No.
Because
what's wrong with? Listen,
no,
there's nothing wrong with the lasers in Buffalo.
I'm just saying. Dr. Bruce, who fills in for Dr. Drew, operates one of these lasers to take off gang markings in prisons for guys. And they don't complain, although these guys have been shot in the neck and stuff, so they have a slightly higher threshold of pain.
But it was my leg. I mean, how much pain, you feel in your leg?
It shouldn't have been that bad.
You know what kind of laser it was?
No, I don't know what it was.
I wonder if you had the right equipment.
Yeah, I bet if you went to a guy in Beverly Hills with the state-of-the-art...
That's where this guy was, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop cramping on my story.
I'm not cramping on your story. Maybe I just went to the wrong guy.
Wow.
There's all kinds of quacks in Beverly Hills.
Who did Cher have remove hers?
I didn't ask.
That's who you should have. That's what you should have brought up.
Well, I didn't have anything to say to her, and we were in a room with her, and I said, "So I read that you were getting all your tattoos taken off," and she was like, "Yeah, I was just looking at your tattoo," and then I was like, "That's my Cher impersonation."
Yeah, it was good. No,
thanks, honey. And then she said to me, "Honey, I got tattoos that are older than you." But I was like, "I bet you do."
That's very funny.
But she has an accordion on her boob, and she can actually make it work. All right, we're going to take another quick break. But Jared,
Yeah.
Jared, you're 16. Every time you get close to someone, you steal something from them.
I do something to mess up the relationship. Something dumb.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second there, Jared. Jared is 16 and sounds like a merchant marine who's been around the world 700 times. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a little break. Goo Goo Dolls are our guest, and we'll be back after this. Well, yeah, there we go. It's Loveline, Madam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Johnny and Mike are both here from the Goo Goo Dolls. Dizzy Up the Girls, the name of the CD. And Safe Fares tomorrow night. Larry Flint next week. Robbie Gordon, race car driver, and Everclear is going to be in here.
Are you guys still on TV all the time?
Yeah.
I don't got the cable. I don't got the MTV. You guys are on the MTV still?
Almost positive.
How many days a week do you do? I want to know how you guys do all this stuff that you do. Like, Drew, you get up every morning and go to work.
Yep.
What's a Drew day? Give a quick Drew day.
Drew day is get up, make his breakfast, take him to school, go to the hospital, go to my office, go to drdrew.com for a couple hours, go to the psychiatric hospital,
visit your wife,
go home
and then what?
Wife and kids.
And then go home, eat dinner with the kids, and then come over here, and then go home and start the whole thing over at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
Now, how often do you got to shoot the thing for MTV?
In the fall, we do like 2 days a week. We'll shoot 60 in 8 weeks, 10 weeks.
60 shows in 8 weeks?
No,
10 weeks.
60. We'll shoot like 100 or 75.
We did 60 this year.
We did 75.
It's amazing because you guys don't seem burnt out at all.
Oh, yeah.
And the amount of this that you guys do. I mean, well, you're hiding it really good.
Thank you. No, we really, I go work on the Man Show all day, just sit in the office or film something or whatever. And,
every day?
Every day. And then either I go through until about 9:30 and come here, or if I'm lucky, I get out of there about 7:30, go home, take a little nap, eat something, and come over here, leave my house about 9:15. But we really enjoy this. I mean, we really think it's important, and I know I bellyache and moan every night when I come in here tired from a long day. But we really, I mean, financially, I don't have to do this show.
Mm-hmm.
Drew doesn't either, although he's a real penny pincher and he's always chasing the dime. But the point is I had to slip that in.
And you're literally a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire. Yes, literally a millionaire. Thank you.
You're really a millionaire?
I'm a millionaire, yes.
Cool. Well, are you a millionaire too?
Come on. Drew is too. Come on. The point is that money-wise, neither one of us has to do this show. And we both work all day, every day, and weekends too most of the time. But the point is where else do you get to do this?
Right, exactly.
And the immediacy of it is really interesting to me. I mean, meaning if I'm talking, and I'm not going to plug it again, but if I'm talking to Andy Dick this afternoon and he says, "Yeah, I'll help you out. Could you do me a favor and plug this appearance at the Mint?" Then I can go on that evening and do it. Or if I'd remembered to bring in the tape of Jesse Ventura talking about the Man Show and how it was the greatest show on television, we could have heard that tonight. But I'll bring it in tomorrow night.
It's a continued relationship with a group of people that we enjoy connecting with.
Right. Well, it's an important thing. And the most important thing is that you saved the world from Ricky Rackman.
Yes, we did.
That is important.
That's the most important thing.
One screwed up teen at a time.
Right.
Jared?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's
So we
up?
keep sabotaging relationships, Jared does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You steal things from women.
No,
What?
not from women. It's just from like anybody that I get close to.
Even if it's a buddy?
No, not if it's like a friend or something. But it's like one lady that I was living with. I don't know.
Living with?
You're 16.
You're 16 years old.
Yeah.
You're out on your own now?
How many chicks you crashing out with at 16?
No, I used to live with a friend of mine.
I see. What's going on? What went on in your home life that got you out of the home so early?
Well, my dad, he was real abusive.
Right.
And I was always getting beat with like 2x4s and all kinds of other things.
2x4s?
You got out of there.
Huh?
So you got out of there.
Yeah, I left as soon as I could.
Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is where all this is coming from.
Right? You understand how painful it would be, how painful close relationships are to you. It conjures up the feelings of the dad that was so violating.
Well.
Is that why you would steal stuff like that? I mean, is that to get have control or
yeah,
what?
so he can't get close. So it's when something starts evolving, you
Sort of
realize it.
sabotage as soon as he gets I mean, here's the syndrome. Your relationships with your parents get destroyed at early age, and then when you start having relationships with people, you sabotage it later on in life because you don't want that loss.
Yeah.
You pre-sabotage the relationship.
But it's amazing when you do things like that and you don't even realize it. You know,
Or when you realize that you can't stop.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, when it becomes like a compulsion or something like that.
Hey, Jared?
Yeah.
Do you think you could keep an eye on yourself and understand when you're doing this and when the feeling is
I mean,
hitting
it's
you?
like I know when I'm doing it, but it's like I should still do it.
Right. All right. So you got to get a little therapy. You got to read a book. You got to go for some walks and stop smoking so much weed. Can you do that?
Yeah, and I got one more question.
And of course, the person he would not do that with would be the one that he'd been in a sort of abusive cycle with.
Right.
Yeah. That's how he experiences himself.
What's your other question, Jared?
Whenever I'm not stoned, I'm a dick. I'm like, it's like if I'm not stoned, I'm just in like a really bad mood.
He's just a dick.
Drew, please.
Isn't it? Wouldn't that happen to you? I'm like talking too much. I think.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
But wouldn't that sort of be like a withdrawal thing? Like everybody says that pot's not addictive, and I think that's crap because I know people who are complete stoners, and I've known them for years, and I can tell when they're not high, but I can't tell when they're high anymore.
Oh, no, it's profoundly addictive for some people.
They're irritated when they're
But
not on.
yeah, when you get off the drug, irritability is both a withdrawal syndrome and a feature of the chronic exposure to the drug, and it may be whatever's underlying that he's been trying to manage with the pot too.
All right, so MA, read a book and long walks. I think MA would be a good place for him to start, though.
Oh yeah.
They could teach you how to be nice when you're
Well,
straight.
you can't do anything till you're off drugs. That's where it starts.
John? John,
Yes.
you're 26. What's up?
I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself before I start.
All right.
I called up a couple times, right?
Yeah.
And I tried telling my story, but no one listened. They kept on telling me there was lines open.
I see. Shut up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, now's your chance.
Well, I made up the story. I wanted to tell Dr. Drew thank you for helping me get to therapy.
Okay.
Because I heard this guy was on the radio, and he was having delusions of grandeur or whatever.
Right.
And I was having the same thing. I even took a 16-penny nail and drove it in my hand into a 2x4.
Was that a common head or a vinyl-coated sinker?
I think it was a vinyl-headed sinker.
Well, that's no big deal.
Oh, that hurt hard.
If Jesus had those vinyl sinkers, he'd still be around.
And
There's a big difference between the vinyl-coated sinkers and the... Yeah.
Because that guy was Drew was telling him to go to therapy, And I went to therapy, and now I'm better. I'm getting better.
Oh, yeah, getting better.
Every
Good,
day of
John.
the week. I take Zyprexa.
Oh,
You
good.
know about that drug, Dr. Drew?
Oh, yeah, it's a good drug, olanzapine.
And I took Klonopin to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I take Tegretol.
So you're bipolar, huh?
Oh, boy.
I'm bipolar, and I'm paranoid schizophrenic.
And where'd you drive this 16-penny nail into you?
Threw my hand into a 2x4 on Good Friday, thinking I had to die like Jesus.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
And now with the treatment and medication, you're down to 8-penny nails, right?
I'm down to barely any.
God willing, soon you'll be down to brad nails or pin
staple
guns.
gun.
Staple gun.
Thumbtack.
Hot glue.
I want to know that therapy works.
All right, John, appreciate the call.
And you helped me, Dr. Drew.
He
I'm
couldn't
glad
be
you went.
happier.
I'm glad you went.
Hey, John, seriously, take it easy on yourself, all right?
I'm going to do my best, Dad. I love you.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
I love
Take
you,
care,
brother.
John. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah,
Thank
you know,
God for Dr. Drew.
it's too bad, more David Allen Greer, I think. It's too bad Jesus didn't die another way because all these religious fanatics, they're out there recreating his death, and all involves nails through appendages, and that's a rough way to go.
At least it wasn't some sort of violent explosive or something.
I know, but if he'd just been, someone taking a Roman and taking a caulking gun or something and stuck him up there, it'd just be a lot, be a lot more humane. That's all I'm saying. He still would have died eventually, right?
Yeah.
He didn't die from the nails. What size nails do you figure those were? Those are bigger than 16, right?
Really?
Now, because I want to talk to Johnny about carpentry for a second.
Yeah.
If the Romans were smart, they'd use what's called a duplex nail. That's a nail. That's a nail that has two heads on it.
Right.
Used for forming, because when you're done, when the cement's dried, after you poured it, like formed yourself like a grade beam or something, you got to pull the nails out again, and you don't have to use a crowbar to dig them out of the wood because there's two heads on them. It's called the duplex nail. All right.
That's a good one.
Ring shank is good too because it really holds an arm in place. It's got a lot of bite, like a ring shank nail. It has rings on it, and it doesn't pull out that easily. Good carpenter will soak his nails in salt water, get a little corrosion on there. They get a lot more bite. They don't pop out quite as easily.
See, my old grandmother used to take soap. She would soap up a nail before she popped it into the wall.
Yeah, that'll sink a hell of a lot easier that way.
She was 100 and she was crazy.
but it's really it was really the forerunner to the vinyl coating. Bernadette?
Hi.
What did someone do to you with a 2x4?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, okay.
I'm attracted to dangerous guys, and I have a tendency to try and change them.
How many times have you done this?
3 or 4.
Uh-huh.
What have the consequences been?
Well, I guess we just broke up after a while. Nothing really serious, but it gets worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse.
Give us the latest story.
There's this guy, he's a couple years older than me, and he drinks a lot. And when he's sober, he's really nice, but he's not sober more often than when he's drunk. He's more drunk than sober.
I see. And is he abusive?
He has a bad temper sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not abusive to me.
How old is he?
He's like 20.
Where's your dad?
At home.
Yeah. Did he do anything bad to you?
Well, he
He
was
drank a little bit.
kind of verbally abusive when I was younger.
When he drank?
No, he not like the other guys. They didn't drink. Some of them, like one guy, he did a little bit of drugs, but
Right.
Your dad did not drink?
no.
What is so dangerous about these guys, though? I mean, other than the guy drinks.
I guess that's just about it. They appeal to me, I guess.
They're bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of it is just a sort of a biological phenomenon that goes on with 17-year-old girls. I like a guy with a big question mark tattoo on his leg. The guy drinks a little rough around the edges. I mean, part of that's just basic 17-year-old biology, but it does cross a line at a certain point. It can get dangerous. These guys get drunk. They can get abusive. You know what you're doing, Bernadette. Why don't you just stop?
She hung up.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
And he probably ripped the phone out of the wall. I miss, you know what I miss? I miss the old, I was watching The Partridge Family the other night. I come home about 12:30, right when The Partridge Family starts up, and I saw the one where Lori gets hooked up with the tough biker guy. Snake.
Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
So bad.
Later on, she fell for Goose, I think, who turned out to be the guy who played Angel on the Rockford Files, who my dad looks like, sadly enough. But my dad's like an unattractive angel, if you could imagine that. But the point is The point is back in the day, a bad guy was just a good guy, was misunderstood.
Yeah.
And all he
Right.
was is a big guy like Rob Reiner with sort of a crappy iron-on tattoo, and he didn't really know how to, he'd get dressed up to go out to dinner, and he didn't quite know how to make his tie.
That was
he looked
great,
a little
though.
uncomfortable in the dinner jacket. But those were bad guys. Now it's like sodomy and physical and verbal abuse, getting it, putting roofies in the chicks and then videotaping them while his friends are banging them. It's really I like the old bad guys better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TV Partridge Family bad guys.
Partridge Family. Yeah, Rob Reiner bad.
He said his dad taught him how to dance by throwing knives at his feet. That was a great one. He only knew the box step because his father used to throw knives at his feet. You know what?
right.
Can I ask you a question, Doctor? Because I'm like really inquisitive about this kind of business, the sex and stuff. Why would a guy want to slip a girl a roofie? I mean, it's like having sex with a corpse.
But you're having sex.
See, these guys wouldn't have it any other way. That's the only way they're going to do it.
Like I would.
Yeah, but
I
it's
mean,
like
we've all
it's
been
like
with an unresponsive female, and it's like it's horrible.
Oh yeah. Especially
There are people that really don't like humans, and they don't even want to have to deal with the human part of this.
Well, is it just because I'm getting older, or does it seem like there's just more of them?
More effed up people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there are.
And as you crawl from the ranks of the effed up yourself, it's easy to sort of look back in the effed up pit and see how many of them there are. When you're just down in the mosh pit with them, you only see the few guys that are around you. But the saner,
it's all just perception.
yeah, it's definitely relative. The smarter, saner, and more together you get, and the further you get away from these people, the better. It's like you're in some sort of hot air balloon and you're rising up above them, and now they're as far as the eye can see.
Right.
No, I just think there are more crazy people now. It's as simple as
But
that.
I mean, yeah, there is a certain lowest common denominator or whatever. I don't know. There is one mark where people are just screwed up.
Well, the thing is they sort of perpetuate themselves because the more effed up people you have, the more effed up kids they're going to produce. Thus, the more
the system and the culture now supports them having lots of kids.
Right. Nobody's.
Well, I mean, there's less parenting going on.
Oh yeah.
And that's. I mean, I never thought I would really. I don't know. It just seems like that's a conservative line or whatever, but it's true.
It's just
I mean,
real.
it's true that if the kid's going to go out and join a gang, if he doesn't have a dad to throw a ball around a backyard with,
right?
Because they're looking for a family.
I just did a webcast with Coolio at drdrew.com, and he said his girlfriend was like a probation officer, and she said something that he'd say with him, which was, "Hey, you see an effed up kid? Take it home. You'll see an effed up family every time."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Unless it's that Billionaire Boys Club. Remember those guys?
They came from effed up families.
Oh yeah. Okay. But they're white.
Just
Drew.
had money.
Come on. Michelle?
Yes.
And they're rich. Come on. Michelle?
Hi.
What's going on? You're 17.
Yes. My boyfriend moved away. We were going out for 2 years, and he moved away last year, I think. And he moved back sometime early on this year. And I have a feeling that him and my best friend are, going behind my back.
Where does your best friend live?
My best friend lives in the same town as me. Not, he didn't make it official. So I have a feeling that he's, sneaking around my best friend.
How long was he out of town?
He was out of town for like 8 months.
What was he doing?
He went to live with his mother for a little while.
And he didn't have contact with you during that 8 months?
Yeah, we talked.
But he was not your boyfriend during that time?
But no, we weren't, going out.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like you're together now, right?
No, not right now.
So he's not really sneaking behind your back. You guys are
You're just seeing somebody else now.
When he moved back, he said we were going to get back together.
Yeah, but it didn't happen that way.
Right.
And here's how it went. You said, when you come back, are we going to get back together, please? And he went, yeah. Right?
Right.
Right. Okay, he kind of wants out of this relationship, Michelle.
No, he's out.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, sorry, Drew.
But I confronted both of them about it, and both of them are denying it.
Yeah, well that's what they're going to... Listen, when you confront people, they tend to deny. I mean, it's
I
would too.
an act of self-preservation.
Yeah, it's like...
Especially when you're holding a sprinkler key.
It's so much easier to lie.
It is.
It is. I mean,
Oh.
it's not right, but it is
They're
easier.
afraid of what Michelle's going to do to them, but what it's going to do to Michelle. She's clearly uptight about it.
Michelle, how old is this guy?
He's 18.
All right. Well, this relationship has run its course. It probably ran its course a few months back, and maybe you didn't know about it. And you guys are you're moving on now.
Adam?
Yes.
I have a question. Can I ask the Goo Goo Dolls a question?
All right.
Can I tell you something? I hate 18-year-old guys.
Yeah.
I hate them.
All right. So Michelle, you're done with this relationship, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask them a question quickly?
Sure.
Johnny
Yeah.
and Mike, hi.
Hello.
I love you guys. And I saw you guys last month, and I
Where?
95.5 PLJ.
Oh, yeah, at Irving
I was
Plaza when
there.
none of the lights worked.
I love you guys.
Where? In Irving Plaza, New York
New York,
City,
yeah.
we did a radio show there, and we had this huge extravaganza planned, and nothing worked.
Oh,
We
really?
had confetti cannons and all this stuff. The confetti fell out of the ceiling like
Yeah, the
someone
confetti
dumped a
just
bucket
right,
over it.
exactly.
Yeah, it sort of worked.
It didn't work.
It was a big sort of, though.
It's
Just
really
kind of fell over the
embarrassing.
floor in this big pile.
Well, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
I gave the people that worked at WPLJ gifts for you, and I wanted to know if you got them.
Well, what was it? I
I
don't know.
bought you an Elmo watch.
Uh-huh.
He's wearing it.
No, it was confiscated by these
I
people.
No, before the show, like the day before,
right.
I went to the actual studios,
Yeah.
and this woman named Carrie, she took the gifts from me.
You better call
That's
Carrie.
why Carrie was wearing that Elmo watch. I knew it was ours.
Something.
Hey, Michelle.
Yes?
They
Whatever.
didn't get it. They
I
didn't
didn't
get
get
it.
it,
But
sorry.
but the fact that you told them that you gave it to them is gift enough.
That's good enough. That's good enough because I probably wouldn't have taken it anyway. But that's okay.
All right.
No, I would have. But
I
Michelle.
got Robbie a Pokemon clock
you did.
because I know he loves him.
How do you know Robbie loves the Pokemon?
Because I know.
It's the internet. It's that pesky internet.
Well, Robbie
They know
loves
everything.
Robbie loves the Tokemon. he doesn't know how to pronounce it. He thinks people are
That's
saying
great.
Tokemon.
Tokemon.
That'd be a good name
But
for
thank
a
you
Rasta
very
rapper
much.
guy.
Thanks so
Pokemon.
much for the gift, and I'm sorry that we didn't get them.
All right, well, Michelle, but like I said, now that they know that's gift enough, that you and this guy are broken up, fine, you move on. That's what you do when you're 17. You'll be fine in a week. Lori? Yes. Enjoy. You're 23. What's up?
I've been dating my boyfriend for, well, actually my fiance for 8 years.
Oh, boy.
And we've been engaged for a little over a year.
You guys got together at 15?
Yeah.
All right.
boy.
How old is he?
He's a year older
39. Oh, I see. 24.
And we've been making plans, thinking about getting married and everything, and making the plans. And lately, I've been kind of getting cold feet. And I mean, we used to fight when we were younger, but it was just like I'd play it off because it was just we were young and dating. And now it's just little things that get on my nerves. But now I'm just like freaked out that it's not going to work out. And I was wondering, should I tell him and confront him about it? And should we go to counseling before we get married, or should I just call the whole thing off?
Now, when you've been dating since 15, do you see a family therapist, or you have to go back to your school counselor? How does that work? Mr. Tomey's going to sit you two down and have a talk with you in his office. Hey, Lori, what's going on now that makes you hesitant to marry?
Well, just we get in all these. I mean, they're little fights over nothing. Just
How have you ever had an opportunity to sort of grow as people when you've been stuck in this relationship since you're 15?
That's the thing that I'm kind of freaked out because we've been going together so long, and I mean, we broke up.
Now you're 45 and you've been with the same person your whole life. Is that where you want to be?
Yeah. Break up with him.
Well, maybe some time out, time off. I don't know.
Yeah, like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're in favor of 23-year-olds getting married anyway.
It's kind of a weird thing, but it's like here you are, 23, getting ready to get married, and you're bored of the person. It's sort of run its course.
Why
There's too
do
much
it?
water under the bridge. Yeah, everyone, you really do need to experience other people, other relationships, other environments. Not that you're necessarily going to find anyone you like anymore, but imagine that nagging feeling in the back of your head of
what I miss.
Who am I?
This is who are you, Drew?
I mean, who am I
see.
in a relationship?
Right. And I've been with this person for my entire life. I mean, 15.
Plus, there's so many cool people in the world that will like you and accept you exactly as you are, and you get in these stupid little fights all the time. It's just forget it.
All right,
forget it.
So don't plan the marriage. And if you guys are serious, though, you could do a little counseling together and feel it out. But don't rush into anything. Besides, you're 23. You got a little more time anyway. All right, we'll take ourselves a break. Is that Chanel?
Yep.
She got drunk and passed out. When she woke up, a guy was raping her. Yeah, there's nobody on. Our listeners, if they went to the moon, got drunk and passed out,
Somebody
in
rape
the
'em.
lunar landing capsule, another cosmonaut would be on top of them. It's like a girl gets drunk, falls asleep, that wakes up the guy on top of them. It's just
They all are paralyzed mysteriously.
it's great. Yeah, they're just they're like buzzards, guys. Hey, Chanel.
Yeah?
All right, the guy was on top of you.
Yeah.
Got drunk, passed out at a party.
Yeah.
All right, you okay?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. All right.
All right.
Now we're gonna go to break. We'll find out what happened to you.
Okay.
How long ago did this happen?
November.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, hang on.
Okay.
All right, the Goo Goo Dolls are here. Dizzy Up the Girls, the name of the CD. We'll take a little break.
We got to cut out. We're going.
You do?
Yeah, we got to go. I got to go.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it
was so much fun. We just lost track of time.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to leave at 11, you know.
Oh, really?
But it's rare that we get these opportunities to be here with
Well,
you.
you were here for an hour and a half. I guess
It's
we can let
fun.
you
I
slide.
love this stuff.
All right. You're going to come back soon?
You going to ask us back?
That was just radio talk.
Yeah, I know.
We're busy.
Well, I think that's the only. Listen, I got to come back. I got to come back a lot because I think that's the only way we're going to get Broadway played on.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll be played. It'll be played every night. Now, where's everyone living?
You
Buffalo.
should make it the official theme song of your show.
Okay.
Will you do
we'll
that?
do that, Anderson. Make
Couple
Broadway
hundred.
the official theme
You know, the guy
song
from
of
Warner
the show.
Brothers is out there. He'll give you guys a couple $100 a week.
Oh, really?
Isn't that the way it
absolutely,
works?
yeah.
Isn't that the way it works? Yeah. There
we go. Look at that.
I can hear the cash register ringing.
I got money, but I do need a little coke if he's listening.
Sure.
Right,
Maybe a
kinda low on
stripper?
that.
He can hook you
Yeah,
up with
she
a
can
stripper.
score the coke.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Mike, Johnny, thanks for coming in. We do appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us
And
in.
we'll take a little break. We'll finish up when we come back.